next guest is best known as Ricky Jarrett in HBO series Ballers. He is now starring in Spike Lee's latest film, BlacKkKlansman, based on the true story of the first black police officer in Colorado Springs in the early 70s who infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan.
I'm not risking my life to prevent some rednecks from lighting a couple sticks on fire.
This is the job. What's your problem?
That's my problem. For you, it's a crusade. For me, it's a job. It's not personal, nor should it be.
Why haven't you bought into this?
Why should I?
Because you're Jewish, brother. The so-called chosen people. You've been passing for a WASP. White Anglo-Saxon Protestant, cherry pie hot dog white boy. That's what some light-skinned black folks do. They pass for white. Doesn't that hatred you've been hearing the Klan say, doesn't that piss you off?
Of course it does.
Then why are you acting like you ain't got skin in the game, brother?
Rookie, that's my business.
It's our business.
Wow. Please welcome John David Washington.
She said, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I love that. Thank you.
Welcome. How's it?
Thank you.
I like this.
Oh,
Is that Gucci?
Thank you. Huh?
Is that Gucci? No, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, you look cute.
Zara. No.
Oh, no, Zara.
I'm kidding. I shouldn't say. Sorry, Tiff. Sorry. What's up, everybody?
What's
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't even.
Welcome.
What's going on? So, your mom has been here before.
Yeah.
Did she tell you about
No,
it?
she did not though. She didn't tell me, but she did a play out here years ago.
She sure did.
And yeah, I'm so proud of her. She's gotten back on that stage. You know, she sacrificed a lot for us, her whole career for raising her kids. And,
She told me.
She
told me.
I mean,
You better give some good Mother's Day gifts.
Listen, Christmas, all of that, birthdays. I mean, it's a part of my motivation actually as an artist to make sure I stay true to myself and to the work, you know, because she did.
Yeah, and of course his mother is Pauletta Washington, just in case you don't know.
But you know, when I first heard your name, it was because I follow football, I follow college football, and I saw you play. Right. It's like, boy, he's really good. And then you end up playing in the NFL for a little bit.
Yeah.
So was sports always your first love, or where was the acting part for you?
No, acting was my first love.
Wow.
My father did Shakespeare in the Park when I was 5 years old, Richard III. And ever since then, that and the movie Glory, I knew every part. I knew all the words to every character. And from then on, I was like, this is what I wanted to do.
But we heard that you went into football to kind of rebel against the acting.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to carve out my own name, have this, sense of independence. So all that kind of anxiety and resentment I got from people treating me different and my father's ascension in the business, I used, positively on the field.
Right. And we gotta say, I mean, come on now, his father's Denzel Washington. But, so I was watching Steve Harvey, and when Steve was talking to you about that, and I thought this was hilarious, how you talked about, you would tell people your father was in construction, he did everything. You would never.
I shared that, yeah.
I know, but you know what?
And he was in the clink.
I mean, I just to throw people off, and they would act differently until they found out,
Right. I mean, I kind of get that.
Yeah, I just to protect myself, protect my feelings.
Because you don't trust, right?
I did that for y'all. Yeah, I did that for y'all.
Well, we're gonna get into the movie. I gotta say though, I watch Ballers, and you're so believable in that show. How much did the football background help with that role, or does it even matter?
No, a lot of the experiences. I mean, it's not based on one person. It's just the experiences of all these young athletes that have tremendous amount of pressure on them going into the league once they get paid. And the responsibility of just taking care of their families and moving them out of their old situations. There's a lot of pressure Sunday to Sunday. So I just wanted to inhabit all that stuff that they go through and be able to tell it, give the players a platform, because a lot of times they don't get to speak out for themselves.
Right. Okay, well, we have to talk about why you're here. And of course, you're in Spike Lee's latest movie, produced by Jordan Peele.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all watch Spike Lee movies?
Yeah, do it.
That was in a Spike Lee movie.
Oh, yeah. Which one?
I was in Chirac.
Oh, you was in Chirac?
You saw me.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Quit playing up
I wanted
in
you to
here.
talk about it. I wanted you to talk about it.
In fact, she just texted Spike.
I did.
And
Oh,
what did you say?
I did. I said, John David Washington is coming on the show today, and I said, I'm about to interview you. And he said,
he is great.
with capital letters. And let me tell you, for somebody like Spike to say that you are great in capital, he's kind of tough Like he's intimidating. Put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, he runs a tight ship, you know, on set. But honestly, it was such a collaborative environment, a familiar environment. Everybody wanted to be there. It didn't feel like just a job. You know what I mean? Everybody wanted to achieve the goal of telling the truth of this story. And, you know, I was just honored to be a part of it. You know, we rehearsed at his headquarters at 40 Acres in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And it felt like it was like a Hall of Fame sort of shrine. Like,
tell people
you know,
what the movie's about, because this is based on a true story from the 70s.
Yeah. So it follows a man, Ron Stallworth, who was a detective, the first African-American detective in Colorado Springs. And he takes on a case infiltrating, I say hate, the Ku Klux Klan specifically, but infiltrating hate. And he did it through a phone call, and then he got a partner of his to play him, to be him, when they would meet, you know, the Klansmen face to face.
I mean, if you hear that story, you think there's no way this could have really happened.
Right.
But not only did it really happen, but you got to meet the actual character that you're playing.
Ron Stallworth is alive and well. He was very generous with his time and information. The first table read, I can't believe this, he passed out the Ku Klux Klan card.
No way.
That he acquired. Yeah, he is a member.
He's a member.
Yeah, since 70, I want to say 4 or something like that.
Wow, did he talk about his interactions with David Duke?
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did in great detail, and I can't give it away. I got to go see it.
Oh, nice tease, nice tease.
Was there a takeaway for you meeting with him and seeing what he actually lived through that really stood out, something that you will never forget?
I mean, holding that card, for one thing. And really, you know, it was the toughest day on set was there's a banquet scene, and with a lot of, you know, Klans members, and that was the toughest, hardest day for me. And I called him right afterwards because, I mean, his life was in danger, and the law was on his side that day. Right. And I love how he believes that you can be for the law, you can be practicing the law, and still be aware of the, you know, your culture and be for your people.
Right, and don't you think it's really interesting how this movie is coming out at a day and time where that was the 70s, but a lot of the tones that were displayed in that movie are like current right now.
It's a period piece, but it has a very contemporary rhythm and feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hopefully after watching this, it could spark the conversation, the discussion, the dialogue. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, foul language in this film, but it's on purpose. It's words of hate, you know, and how to infiltrate that.
John David, thank you so much. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
BlacKkKlansman opens on August 10th.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.